Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up.
Feeling where I am from. Feeling where I am from.
Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 170. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very special guest in the building, reoccurring guest in the building. My folks right here in the building. Reintroduce yourself to the audience, bro.
Oh man, it's Uncle Face on Instagram, face_215. Also part of the BTG podcast gang. You already know us. You see us everywhere. Shout out to my man Gucci, sometimes 25 too. Like I said, it's Uncle Face, creator, entrepreneur, and mental health advocate. Thank you for having me on the show, brother.
Shouts out to my man Gucci.
Sometimes Gucci 25.
Yo, Uncle had the live show popping. He was in his bag. He walked up. He looked like trouble.
Yeah, shit. Gucci gonna blow before us. They like Gucci. The streets love Gucci. we gonna get him branded up with some shirts and a hat and send him on the streets. You know what I mean?
You gotta get him some merch now.
Yeah. I don't want to forget. Our merch is dropping Friday. This Friday, our merch is dropping. Hit the Instagram. We making drop-offs and they already ready to ship out. So we can either pull up on you or you can drop your addy and we'll ship it out to you. But that time has come. We have everybody's sizes. Hype, I don't want to hear it. We got 5 and 6X's. So we got you covered, brother. We got you covered.
Good, brother. We got you covered. I'm down 51, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
We got you covered. Big, small, we got you covered. Make sure you tap in and get them shirts, man.
No, I'll copy that. We're gonna dive into that once we get to the get to know segment. Now, you done read the description. You done read the description already. This is the mental health check-in. These are the conversations that I have with people I ain't talked to in a minute. If we haven't tapped in for a second, I'm just checking in on your situation. You know, people will ask you how you doing all the time, but they don't genuinely mean it. It's just a term of endearment. It's just a term that gets us to the next batch of the conversation. So Face, the salt and pepper stepper, my guy. Talk to me. This is the mental health check-in. What is Face rumbling with right now?
Well, listen, first of all, I hate that. Let's get away with that. How you doing? I hate that. My new thing is, and when I ask people, is what made you smile today? And when you ask a person that question, it kind of make them think for a minute, and it puts them in a better mindset. So what I'll say is not how I'm doing. What has made me smile lately is the progress of my podcast, and the progress is me as a man. That's what has made me smile lately.
Okay, what would you say is the biggest progression that you've had as a man? Because you jumped out of them streets early. You Jermaine O'Neal the situation.
The biggest progression that I had as a man, to keep it all the way 100 with you. I don't know how to put this, but it probably would just be my growth, bro. Just my growth.
So you brought up growth. I told you this before we started. You know I'm listening. You know I've been listening. I can dive back into like episode 50 and that type of listening. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty work. Nasty work. The whole different person. Whole different person.
This was something that I wanted to tell you on mic because it happens on mic. So we're gonna review it on mic. This is the salute that I wanted to give you. These are the flowers I want you to be able to smell. Because listening to that young man on those first 50, you know what I'm saying, those rough cuts, those first 50, you know what I'm saying? And the reactions to things that happen around your household, the reaction to your relationship with your son, the reaction to just handling the podcast. You can hear so much growth in you. It's one thing you always tell people, these things are time capsules. People are like, they had the John come out. You had the John come out. We don't give free promotion over here. Somebody said only 3 podcasts mattered. And the statement was so BS because it's too much growth happening with people on these joints. It's too much therapy happening for people on these joints. There's too many relationships being built, businesses being built outside of just these three podcasts.
Listen,
And this is hold
every
up.
mic matter.
Smell these flowers, bro. All right. I want to salute you because the maturity that you've shown, the growth that you've shown, like I told you in the beginning when we first met, we grind Ben. This is when Ben Simmons was a part of the process and all of that. We grind Ben Simmons up every day about that nigga wasn't working on his game. He wasn't getting no better because he wasn't watching no tape. You can tell the nigga wasn't working. You can tell when a nigga is working on his game. You can tell when you treat this serious. Like I always told people, if you treat this like it's real, it becomes real. If you
Yeah.
treat it like the hobby you do on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, or whenever you record, that is what you will get. Salute to you for taking it serious now. Y'all had a very long layoff, and I kept hitting y'all saying when we getting back out there. I had y'all on a couple times just to scratch that itch. Like, had conversations with all three of y'all, because we do that from time to time. Just, hey, what's up with you? And I kept telling y'all, we need y'all, we need y'all, we need y'all. But it's not only that we needed y'all needed it. Y'all needed to get there to do this. You needed to get my jokes out. I need to get my relax. I needed to drink. I might need to smoke. And I knew that from listening to the joint. And like I said,
Mhm.
you've had so much progression and so much growth that I want to salute you from growing from the young man stage. Because you were starting in a couple of them answers in the beginning was like, whoo, that was rough. A couple of them conversations, I called you on the Mondays and said, hey, bro, we gotta talk about this shit you said on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. I was one of the original YNs.
And then the crazy part is we the same age. And every time
Yeah.
we talk about like, yeah, I forget we the same age.
But it's that, like you said, it was that maturity level, man. You know, shout out to my man, man. Life be life, and then is no experience like this life, bro.
Experience. There's no
Yeah,
experience like experience.
bro. Like, you know what I mean? That, and if you go through the right thing, that should have changed you. That should have changed you. Changed your minds. It's just my mindset shifted. Like that's all. Like, you know, to be honest with you, bro, just my focus and my mindset shifted, and
Y'all,
you are who you hang around, and I'm around two fucking thorough podcast members, and that's actually family that I look up to, and they keep me right, bro. Especially my brother-in-law, Big Dan. You know, he called himself the silverback gorilla of this podcast shit. Man, that nigga, he keep me right. So my growth, I mean, I owe my growth to me, but honestly, I did it with helping him, bro. You know what I mean? That's you know, that's my man. It's my
we
brother-in-law.
going
It's my
we gonna put a
sister's
pin,
brother, my wife's brother. You know,
we gonna put
so
a pin in the dance situation and we gonna pull that because we call that a tease in the business. You know what I'm saying? Us professionals know how to handle those situations.
yeah.
Now, with the podcast, what would you say is the thing that BTG podcast needs? I asked Dan this before. Now I want to see what your answer is.
Uh, we just need to stay consistent. Everything else gonna work itself out. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that we're not next out of the city. There's no doubt in my mind that the content that we create is going to hit because it's never scripted. It's always real and it's always relatable. So it's going to hit eventually. And our only downfall is not staying consistent. So we could do that. We could take over. And it's not even about taking over. We next because long as we stay working, we gonna stay making content, and the people gonna feel it because they can feel us. They feel the uniqueness. They feel the realness. We don't be putting on. We raw as we talk about real shit. Not, you know what I mean, like wild shit, real shit. Even our latest episodes, we just been trying to put more substance and shit behind it, man. My Aunt Pam listen now, and it took that conversation
Shouts
for
out to Aunt Pam.
I mean, it took that conversation what to know my aunts is listening around her folks, and I gotta shape it up. Like that was another wake up call. Like, man, I can't be out here just talking, you know what I mean, talking crazy and cussing and all the time. I gotta get some kind of message out. So mental health is where I shine, bro, and is because I've been through shit. You know what I mean? And once I stopped trying to like man up and started opening up, everything shifted. My vulnerability became my power.
That was like episode 10 of the How to Hustle podcast when Hype available back in those archives. Uh I think I did that one with Tokyo Jameson. It was like his vulnerability and weakness or a
Oh,
sign of
man,
strength.
that shit
Uh
be that shit became my power when I realized people like not like pain, but people feel pain. And I got some shit. You know what I mean?
Pain relatable. Pain is real and pain is relatable.
I got some shit. Man, it was, bro, it was a time where I smiled for the world and was breaking down, and I was carrying trauma like a badge of honor. Like, you know what I mean? And I had to realize, like, no, bro, you gotta open up and heal. Like you
So
gotta open up and heal. Like, oh no,
the
all that,
problem with them joints, with them trauma joints, is recognizing that they trauma. A lot
yeah.
of people don't recognize that the trauma be trauma.
And
They don't
it's people
recognize that.
that you love that cause you trauma, and you don't want to accept it, realize it, and face it. You have to. You have to. You have to speak up. You
Yeah,
have
because
to.
you got people that are just flat out red flags. Forget the situations.
Yeah,
You
bro.
have people.
You got people like me that grew up in toxic environments that thought certain shit was normal until you get around some normal shit and understand like everything that you have learned as a young man, child, and damn near part of your adult life is wrong. And you have to relearn that and go back to the drawing board and figure out what's right.
I remember the episode when that happened to you.
Yeah.
Um, you and Dan is going back and forth about a situation with your wife, and he said like you was like, no, it make me feel like this, it make me feel like that. He said, don't shouldn't she get to feel all of that same shit? And you sat
Yeah.
there. I'm listening.
Yeah, I
I'm
was fit.
audio.
I know I would. That was one
I'm
of
an
the
audio
episodes
boy.
me and him really like. We get in it time to time. I still love him though, love him to death. But yeah, we go we go at it like that. But see, it's moments like that that's teachable moments that I learn from.
So
That
when
my brother is able to check the shit out me the way that he did, and I accept and understand. You know what, I was wrong, and I've changed since then. But those are those
uh,
teachable moments, bro. You're absolutely right. You're
when that
absolutely
happened,
right.
I was like, damn, I wish I was watching the video because the room went quiet because it was like the broken glass situation where it's like you never see it until you see it, until somebody pointed it out. Like I said, you could have a toxic situation and it was just the way I grew up, so it ain't toxic. That's the
Yeah,
way love looks. That's the way things go. I remember a conversation we had, and you was like, you gotta have some arguments, like for it to be love. And I'm like, no, the hell you don't, bro.
no, but
Like,
see that's yeah, bro.
that was
Like
probably that wasn't in the 50s. That's probably was like in the 70s when we
saying,
had that
I
conversation.
told Dan we gotta scratch them drones.
Nah, cause you want, bro. I had somebody tell me like they went back and was listening to episodes from like 2 years ago. Like I'm doing a H2H cleaning job, which we're gonna get into that a little later. And somebody told me like, yeah, you said on the podcast. I'm like, damn, I didn't know you knew nothing about the podcast. Like, oh no, that episode was from 2 years ago though. He said, oh no, I went back and I'm just listening from the beginning. Oh, copy that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the love. But
Appreciate anybody to do that, but just understand Uncle Face in episode 50 is not the same Uncle Face in episode 150. Guaranteed.
so
Guaranteed.
right now, Face needs help with what? On your mental side of things, Face needs help with what? What is Face calling Dan about right now?
Um, damn, that's a good question. Um, right now I need help with everything. No, that's a kind of candidate. I don't want to say that. Um, I just need help with staying focused. You know, and I look to, like I said, my podcast members to help me do that. Some days I lean on more. Some days I lean on you know, Dan more. Some days I lean on myself. Some days I just lean into my faith. Sometimes that's
What unfocuses you?
trying to keep up with other people. or
Can't work.
not just other people trying to stay with being a creator, right? You try to sometimes you judge yourself by what others may be into or doing. Um, I struggle with that early on with podcasting. Now, I kind of just focus on our message, and our message is the family based, family orientated, mental health, funny shit that we kick, bro. That's it, and we stay in our bag. Um, my
You
bad.
good?
We stay in our bag, we stay in our pocket, and we get busy, bro. That's it.
So
Stay consistent.
this was another joint here from again, because like I said, I'm listening and been listening. Um, you was having to fight with yourself. This is like when I asked you, what is it that stops you? You having to fight with yourself from being a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, having to fight with the little kid. Because you
Hmm.
said this recently, like, I'm buying a bunch of just sneaks and stuff that I always wanted that I couldn't get, buying a bunch of
Yeah.
watches and stuff, and then ultimately realizing, like, yeah, but this shit don't really, like, after I bought it and had the great feeling of, like, damn, I got them Jones, that shit don't mean nothing. Because after you call somebody and tell them, like, all they're going to say is, oh, damn, that's what's up. It's
No,
not
not
really,
even that. I'm not even around them type of niggas that even care about that. That's
exactly,
another
that's what I'm
thing.
saying.
That's another thing to check me. Like that's not. It's not. That's not what matters. Like yeah, you can obtain it, but once you obtain it, then what? You got it, and then what? What you? But my thing is now, what you leaving? What you leaving? Like you know what I mean? Like what you? What part? Like what part of your legacy you leaving? I mean, like that's my thing now. Is just trying to like save and like I'm going through something right now that's just making me look at life different. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And once you go through one of them things once you go through a life changing event, it makes you look at everything differently. You know what I mean? And that's just that. I'm looking at life differently and materialistic shit don't matter. What matters now is legacy and my family. That's it. That's the most important thing to me right now. My legacy when I'm leaving, like you said, this timestamp with this podcast, and when I do hang it up, when I'm leaving my son and his son.
So, hold up, Grandpa. Um, Salt and pepper
Yeah.
stuff, huh?
You know
Um,
what I mean?
so here's something else. Again, I want to give you. I like to give people the flowers while you can smell them. Something that you just said there. Try to keep up with other people's situations or podcasts, and like not so much as stealing what they doing, but this is the thing that you got to always remember. This is the thing I've always said. Can't nobody do what y'all doing. It's impossible for anybody else to do what it is that BTG does. When y'all were going for about a year and a half or so,
Mm-hmm.
and we did an episode. Well, I had y'all on the episode, and then the title of the episode was "What the Game's Been Missing."
Mm-hmm.
Because can't nobody do what y'all do. We all listen and watch other things because you like this or you like that or you take this or you take that. That's just a part of the game. That's how the game works. That's how
Right.
any player perfects their craft.
Right.
Kobe watched Mike, and now he going to do this spin move. He going to put the leg out like this, and now little DeMar DeRozan and James Harden and so forth and so on. Everybody's going to pick and choose and steal from people because that's what you
Right.
do. But they can't do what you do. So you running a race against the straw man, against the nigga who ain't even there, because it's impossible. Just like we just talked about. You said before we start recording about perfection. Perfection, is some shit you can't never do. All you can do is disappoint yourself because you'll
And that's
never
a
be able to
gem.
do it.
And that's a gem, man. I appreciate you for that one. That was a gem. Because, I'm a Gemini. I tend to try to strive for perfection. And what you just said hit like a ton of bricks. And that's why I be hitting on walls sometimes. So you just gave me probably the last piece to my mental puzzle that I've been trying to figure out, bro. You just gave me Super Saiyan strength. You know what I mean?
The best thing I tell niggas all the time, man, the best thing you could ever hear from me is I got you. Because if
Yeah,
I say I got you, then that's wholeheartedly what I mean.
yeah,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah,
But
man.
all right, now we're gonna lighten up the mood a little bit here because these mental health joints they get a little heavy sometimes because
They
we
get,
really We really want to genuinely dive into you and what you got going on, how you feeling, what you seeing, and all of that. Right
Yeah.
now, like I said, we put a pin in that dance situation. This is the Get to Know segment sponsored by Custom Hustle. That's at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. We do custom jerseys, jackets, football, basketball, baseball. Somebody has a baseball jersey. Still haven't gotten a photo of him in it. He's had it for quite some time, but we're not going to use anybody's name face. You know what I'm saying, but we got 5 versions of the sneaks. We got boots once we hit the winter. It's the summertime, so stay tuned to the pages. We have new products coming. The summer line is coming. The summer line will be here very soon for y'all. But we like to feature a product every week on the How to Hustle podcast with Hank. I will always shout out my girl because I plagiarized this one from her, Taya. The Custom Hustle flip flops. This is the first version of the Custom Hustle flip flops right here, available right now at Custom Hustle World on Instagram or at Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. Now, we put a pin in the Big Dan situation because this is Get to Know Face now.
Yeah.
Big Dan has meant what to you?
Big Dan has meant what to me? That's kind of weird. What do you mean? Give me an example.
What has he meant to you, to the maturation of you, to the growth of you, to your development, to you becoming a man?
Oh,
You said me
oh.
hanging around these certain
Yeah,
guys.
he don't like the pause moment, so I had to make sure I answered correctly. But I mean, like, that's my template. You know what I mean? Like, I watch him operate. I hear how he carry it at home, on the streets, in life. It's my closest comrades. My wife's brother. It's my podcast member, and he's probably one of the realest, if not the realest person that I know.
I tell Dan all the time, the only thing we don't agree on is weed. That's my
Real
guy
shit.
right there. My
But can I
mom,
tell you?
my
Can I tell
mom.
you? It was a time. It was a time where he thought that shit was like. He used to grind me up for it, and just like that's how I think we became like really, really close because he smoked with me one day, and ever since then it's been up.
So you got him high and got his inhibitions down. That's crazy, Puffy. All right. So y'all did an episode recently, Mr. Know It All. Shouts out to my guy.
Oh, we in the 3 stack club. That joint went up there like 3 stacks I'm hearing, bro.
Hey man, listen, we like to salute all of that type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good work. I love to see when my guys get with my
They
guys.
tell
You
me
know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
my breakout moment.
Oh yeah, so we about to talk about the clip that you had. Funny, lean back a little bit and let them see the shirt. You know what I'm saying? For the E Block
Oh, my
Radio
baby
Network
got me this
viewers.
joint.
Oh yeah,
I'm a
the E Block
groupie.
Radio Network viewer.
My
That's
baby
cool. You know what
got
I'm
me
saying?
this joint. I wear it. I wear it.
So listen, as a full-fledged adult, you know what I'm saying, and a married man who's in love, you should never have a problem, you know what I'm saying, yes, this is my wife, this is my queen, this is
No,
my whole situation. Now,
yeah.
on the episode though with Mr. Know-It-All, that clip that got posted, and you was like, you went into depth about like that woman did this for me and that woman did that to me. When I say finish this, you finish this for me, my wife means what?
Everything to me. This is my purpose. I
Come
mean,
on, give me, yeah, I'm just get, come on, give
you
me a
wanted
little
more. I
more.
mean,
Yes.
she's my everything. She's my purpose. She's my whole world. She's my heartbeat. Um, bro, I don't know how to function without that woman, bro. I mean, no, I don't know how to function without that woman, bro. Like, she's my yin to my yang. She can complete my sentence without, like, she's everything, bro. I don't know how niggas be like too like cool or too whatever to not display their love for their lady. Man, should I die for mine?
Copy that, bro. I tell mine every day. I can last maybe a double without you. You know what I'm saying? Anything past that,
And
I'm
listen,
cool.
I ain't one of them, I ain't no big, you know what I mean? But shit, I'll jump from a bullet for mine. If it came down to a choice, yeah, let her go. I'm you know what I mean, I'm cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm cool. You gotta listen. We said this last week. Of a mother's love is unconditional, and a father's love is fearless. I think a husband's love is unconditional and fearless as well. It should be.
We might have to put a pin in that one, bro. I might have to come up. We might have to talk about that. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? where might the people be able to find that though? You know what I'm saying? Since you said we talked about it, where did we talk about that and where could the people
We
find that?
talked we talked about this on episode 156 of the Bridging the Gap podcast, now on Apple Podcasts, now on Spotify. You can watch the full video on YouTube, and you can go over to our link tree at BTG Podcast 215 on Instagram and get all that. Tap in.
Copy that, my guy. All right, last one on the get to know situation. When you look at your son, what do you see? And wait, are the haircuts still? Are we checking in on these haircuts? You know what I'm saying? We just checked in a couple of weeks ago about the haircuts. Are the haircuts still on?
Haircuts are up and down.
Uh-oh.
Haircuts are up and down. We get him in. We get him in, but he has been going on his own because he got a little situation that he be moving around with. My son moving, but when I look at my son, I see a new and improved, better version of me, and I'm proud, hands down. And I'm seeing him get into his caring, manly, taking care of home side currently, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. He's following my footsteps. He starts HV. He just graduated. Shout out to that. He's a college graduate, and he's starting
Hey.
HVA. He's starting HVAC school at Pinco Tech in August. So, I'm proud of my son. I'm extremely proud of my son. Couldn't be more proud. He watched me, and I didn't think he was watching me, but he was watching me more than I think. So he's a new, improved, better version of me that it's not an introvert. My son's an extrovert, heavy extrovert.
The one thing another joint that I always tell niggas is if you remember what it smelt like when you walked in your cousin's crib or your aunt, like your aunts, your grandmoms when you was 4, why the hell you think the kids don't remember stuff from when they was 8 or
Yeah,
10 or 11? Like just because you don't remember the time that y'all ate pizza in the floor, they hold on to them memories because it was like the best day ever because you was home that day.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? My daughter brings up stuff to me all the time and be like, Dad, you don't remember when we did And I'm like, no. But
yeah.
everything counts because you
My
don't know how that little girl across the street or that little boy across the street is looking at you move because you might be the positive role model. The little boy around the corner might see you just ride past every day. Like, damn, boy, it won't work again. Like, you never know how them situations hit people, whether they in your house or out of your house.
yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of him. Like really, really proud of him, man. He's stepping up big. That's my guy. My guy. Plus Big Dan be on his ass too. So you know
All
what I mean?
right, now we're gonna close him out with the what do we need to know segment. That's sponsored by H2H Cleaning. It's at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. We do roof and plumbing, flooring, HVAC cleanups, cleanouts. We do not handle no septic tanks. We have power washing. It's just expensive before you ask. Tree trimming, grass cutting, remodeling, however you need it. We're here to help. Just tell us how we can help. Over there at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Face, what do we need to know?
Yo, you need to know BTG has 2, maybe 3 banging ass interviews about to come up. Can't tell you because they so exclusive. You just gotta stay tapped in to see. We will be recording them shortly, soon, probably this weekend. Um, I just got word a couple minutes ago while I was on the live with you. The shirts are done. Bridging the Gap official merchandise is done. Not your regular mom and pop tees. Going to have the inside logo, silk screen on a Shockaware tee, um, package ready to go. So it's gonna be official. And then I got a concert tee that we gonna do coming out right after that. And I figured out the loophole to actually get custom made fitted hats. So that's the third thing down the line. And of course, we got regular snapback. So if you don't know, you know the official merch guy for the pod. So we got a lot of merch shit popping off. A lot of well, I'm not gonna say a lot of 3 banger interviews coming up, and just everything you know and love from BTG.
Nigga, don't shortchange three joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about that's not a lot. Again, we had a year and a half gap somewhere in there. So you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna shortchange them 3 joints. We gonna salute those and praise them.
Yeah, no, they gonna be bangers, man. These joints gonna be bangers. I'm excited about all 3 of them. And I'm excited about the t-shirts because everybody always asks like, "Yo, y'all got shirts? You got my size?" We have everybody's size, from small to 5X. We got you covered.
Copy that. Face, my guy. Appreciate you coming on, bro. I've been trying to make this mental health joint happen with you since I came up with the concept. And when you first seen it, when I first sent you, you know, you get your joint you one of the first niggas who get their joint because I know you up early. And
You know
you
what I mean?
said, I can't wait to check this one out. So
Oh,
now
I
you know.
forgot one thing out. I'm sorry.
Go
Tap
ahead.
into my Instagram at face_215_. Every morning between 6 and 7 o'clock, I'm hitting you with Onka Face words of wisdom. I realize because I'm up early in the morning, you really don't see anything positive in the morning. It's all crazy shit. So I'm posting words of wisdom every day on my story and the BTG story. So make sure you tap into the story on my Instagram and BTG Instagram because I'm gonna tag it there. So you get Uncle Face words of wisdoms. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Copy that. Nah, listen, this is what do we need to know. You telling us what we need to know. All right, that's episode 170, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
You
We
already know.
are out. I am hype. That's HYMPE. It's hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up.